Hi, Amy Refeca here at Atlanta Wills and Trust Law Group. So it is Women's History Month, and it couldn't really have a better month for us here at AWTLG, Atlanta Wills and Trust Law Group, to also have Employee Appreciation Day because we have a team of women. And so it just worked out. And this year, one of the ways that I wanted to celebrate Women's History Month and women and my team is to introduce them a little bit more to you guys. And so I'm interviewing them. And yes, I put all of my team members on the spot. So they got this random text that, hey, oh, by the way, I'm going to video interview you tomorrow. And so, yes, so I'm here right now with Lori Hamre Jenkins, and Lori has been with me for over 3 years now. And so she has seen quite a bit here at Atlanta Wills and Trust Law Group. And I'd love for her to introduce herself just a little bit to you.
Hello, I'm Lori. I am a paralegal here at Atlanta Wills and Trusts, and I have helped our clients kind of gather information and understand our process here. And I also help with plan design and trust funding preparation. And that's the short version of what I do.
Right. There's a lot of steps in there, folks.
Right.
All right. Well, so yeah, I'm really curious if you sort of remember or if you want to share and like, you know, what about this job interview 3 years ago, or what about the job ad, or what about this firm made you kind of stick?
I think I remember there were a few kind of key phrases in your original job posting that caught my eye about helping women and sort of approaching things in a very, estate planning is full of tradition, and maybe approaching it in a new way and listening to clients to really give them what they want and need. So that definitely attracted me originally. And then I think that I've seen how you apply that over time and how we've been able to help a lot of people, understand like the purpose of the documents that we're helping prepare for them, and how it's going to work out, and how they make things easier for their families, or protect the ones they love.
So what do you think has been kind of a surprise about working at Atlanta Wills and Trusts, or unique, or something, that just was like, oh, okay, unique? Yeah.
There's probably a few things. I think it's funny or interesting that there's still, kind of, like I said, there's all this sort of tradition and people's expectations of what an attorney is supposed to do for them. And I think that even though I don't have a lot of experience directly working, in estate planning from another firm, I would imagine that based on what clients tell us, that we really do, sort of the education aspect of it. So that when they ask a question and we, give them an answer, then we want to make sure that they understand and that we're doing a plan for them that will meet all of those needs, that they understand all those steps too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we get better at it every day. I feel like you've been with me long enough to know, like, I have a saying, we're a speedboat, not a cruise ship, right? And so if we see a need where we feel like we're not giving value enough, we're not educating enough, like we'll just say, okay, let's turn the ship a little bit. Let's turn the boat. Let's educate more. Let's do this. And so you've probably seen a lot of that. Would you say that's probably a fair statement?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Right. And as things, the nature of the world around us has changed radically in the last year. And I think that we've had to pivot more than once a lot lately. And, but I think that we're still, fulfilling your mission in the way that we're delivering for clients.
So it's funny because when I was preparing it, like just thinking of things that I wanted to ask, I wanted to kind of ask your opinion even. And yes, I'm recording this, and yes, it's just going to be out there, like, where do you think we're going to go next? Like, what do you think we're going to get better at next? Like, you've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? And you've seen things where, like, we see a need, we fill a need, and we do it. But like, what do you think we need to do next? Like, better?
I think that I know that you miss sort of the public speaking aspect of it.
Mm.
And I always liked that because I have that event planner side of me that's like, ooh, let me do the background planning.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get to a place, that we, where it's safe and we all feel comfortable, and that those sorts of things can happen, because I think you reach a lot of people that way. And maybe, kind of we expand that circle of influence, so it's like new people can find out this and realize, oh, I need to, get a plan in place to protect my children or something like that.
Yeah, I do miss that. Yeah. All right. So let's talk a little personal.
Okay.
So let's share a little bit about Lori personally. So the floor is yours.
I am a mom. I have 3 young children who like elementary school and younger. And I definitely feel for our clients who come to us who have young children who are trying to figure out, all of the decisions around that. And plus just having sort of like a moment to each other to have a conversation about these, significant decisions.
Yeah, sometimes they don't get those moments. Like we're full on with the kids during our meetings too. So, but I think that's one of the things that we do well. We don't judge it. We don't like, there's nothing. It's just like, hey, we're good. It's fine. And fur babies too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that, personally, I have a degree in history, and I also studied like international relations before it was super cool to do that. And I am married, and I don't know what else. I live nearby.
So if you had a lot of spare time, what do you think you would do with your time?
Well, I do have sort of, I have hobbies and creative interests that I definitely don't do because I just don't have time to do them. But, like photography and painting and cooking, although I don't even cook that much anymore. We garden. We are blessed with a full sun backyard, so we are already planning our spring plantings. Yeah, stuff like that.
I learned some new things about you. See? Always learning. So I think I just want to wrap up in saying, for Lori, you know, what she does is she may not be the face of our firm, right? In terms of like the first person you're going to come into contact, you know, but she's definitely behind the scenes the whole time. And then she comes front and center during many parts of the conversation that you're going to have with us along the way. And, you know, she really has, like a calming effect for our clients. Like she's one of the ones that I know that like, if there's something happening and that, you know, we need to right the ship or correct something, or, you know, sometimes the estate planning process for our clients, I mean, I can't say that it creates a lot of drama or crises, but what it does do is it can be very overwhelming for our clients because they're making a lot of really tough decisions. And sometimes we need a lot of information from them in order for that to help them through this process. And so those two things. So Lori is just one of those team members who's, because of her tenure at the law firm, because she's taken on many hats also in the firm, that she, you know, she's one of the ones that, you know, we can kind of send off into that situation and make sure. So, you know, just know that, you know, we at Atlanta Wills and Trust, like the way I like to see it is when we're hiring and when we're building our team, we do it for our strengths and our weaknesses, you know, and that's definitely one of Lori's strengths, is to help our clients not feel overwhelmed, to find alternative ways, to see it differently, to organize it in such a way so it doesn't feel overwhelming for them. And then sometimes, just as she mentioned, actually really early on, she's just a great listener. Sometimes our clients just need to be listened to. So I appreciate for you letting me put you on the spot today, Lori, and sharing. And, you know, if you get a chance to work with us, you'll probably get a chance to work with Lori. So
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So I'm signing off, and if I can figure out how to sign off, because my thing is not wanting me to. So I'll just sign off here from Atlanta Wills and Trust.